right, John. Give me your full name and where you're at these days.
John Varner, and I work for Bancorp South Mortgage.
Excellent, very good. Of course, everybody knows me, Doran with Realty Line. I'm actually in front of the camera instead of behind it. So here talking with John. John, you were telling me earlier that you have some portfolio lending that y'all specialize in.
Yep.
And so why don't we dig into that just a little bit and you tell me a little bit what you have to offer.
Sure. So first off, portfolio lending, if you don't know exactly what it is when a bank has its own money and they hold it, they don't sell it. And then it's got its own set of guidelines as well. So
okay. Yeah, so when that happens, if I walk in as a consumer,
yeah.
And how would that work for a consumer as a real estate agent coming in with their client?
So a lot of times when we get something for the portfolio, it's been turned down somewhere else already for a reason, right? We call it hair. So it's got a little hair on it, and we're not afraid of that.
Okay.
But we find out what the hair is on the file, and we see if it fits within our portfolio. A lot of times it's income, irregular income, or a need for a creative program.
Okay, so there's a lot more flexibility with portfolio lending with your client, and so that way they can get qualified with you guys and get into that American dream of a new home, and y'all make it a little easier for them by doing that.
Yep.
And so the bank has their money and their backing.
And its own set of guidelines, right? So it's a little more flexible than say Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac or FHA or VA or your normal standard USDA, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
right?
where they got that
very strict, right? And if it doesn't fit inside the box, you're out. There is no exceptions, right?
Well, I've experienced that, since I own my own business and work for myself. And in the early days, it was, it was like, you need 2 years of business and you need all of this and
and don't write too much off.
Yeah, right.
If you write too much off, we can't help you. Right?
Yeah.
So we have a lot of flexibility with that, with adding some things back in that might not be added back in standard markets.
Well, it's fantastic. So guys, if you got that person that just doesn't quite fit in the box on those other, government loans, the FHA and stuff like that, give these guys a try. And I bet they can make it work for your client to get them in, because so many of us now have our own companies and work for themselves and things like that, where it's a little difficult to qualify on some of these loans these days. And if they're just right there, like he said, they'll take a look at it and see if they can do it. Now, John, you also told me about some construction lending.
Yep.
So, it's all about construction in Austin these days. And,
with no inventory, we got to create our own, right?
Right.
So,
okay, so tell me what you got there.
There's really two parts to that, right? There's the land, and then there's the construction piece of it.
Okay.
The land is handled by our commercial bankers. Mick and I work with 2 or 3 different commercial bankers to get those land loans done. And then you have an option either to do a 2-time close with the commercial side, or we can do a 1-time close through our side. Okay. So we do up to 90% loan to value.
Okay.
And that's on the cost of the project.
Okay, so that's for somebody that would be looking like I'm wanting a piece of land and then going to build a house on it.
Right.
And so they found their own piece of land, and then they're going to build on that, and you're able to take care of that.
That's right.
Is there some restrictions or guidelines that are helpful in letting the folks know what they need to be aware of and when they bring a potential lender to you and for this loan?
Sure. Yeah. Better rates are at 80% of the project cost, right? But if we can go up to 90.
Okay.
So, and then that's a 1-time close, meaning that rate that we lock you into at the beginning is through the life of your loan.
Okay.
Right. So with interest rates probably going to start ticking up with inflation, you can get locked into the lower rates today. As you build, we all know that all those costs are going up too.
Well, this is an exciting program because with the with everybody being able to work from home now, people are looking to get out of the city and have a little more space, and you're able to handle that for them once they find that piece of property that they're looking to either make that forever home or just get out and work remotely like they can now.
Done a few of those already this
All
year.
right. So what y'all need to do is give John a ring and call or at Bancorp South, and he's happy to talk more about all of these products. So I thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you.
So we'll see you soon.
All right.
Good deal.
All right. Bye-bye.